Hello guys, here is ASD and I welcome you to a new weekly analysis. This time I'm going to do the analysis on USDJPY and I'm gonna start with a short look on the monthly time frame. So what I'm seeing here on monthly is this bullish range, this I'm gonna say try to break the structure a little bit, but looks like a liquidity run. Then I see this liquidity in here. Of course, the price came straight from this order block, failed to break below. And then I see this bullish order block in here. Why bullish order block? Well, not necessarily a order block, but yeah, this is everything on monthly. It's not too much. Monthly looks a little bit bullish, a little bit. Then jumping lower on weekly, I see this bearish range, then turned again to be a bullish range, then closed back in the range, didn't continue higher. I have this imbalance in here that it's a potential target, but then we have the previous week that closed it bullish. Well, at least didn't close above the high, neither took liquidity, which is not necessarily a good sign. But yeah, it's looking more like consolidating, but the idea it's still that the price is gonna go lower for this imbalance. Even if this candle closed bullish, didn't break this high. Going lower on daily it's somehow confirming the idea. You see this candle in, so first thing is that daily had this bearish range, which of course got invalidated, but then price came closed right back in and then started to consolidate. In my point of view, it's not clear price action. Last good thing, last two good things is basically this bearish range in here and then this bearish candle in here. So I'm gonna put here one more level. It's gonna be a green level, liquidity level, and also a potential turning point for the price, because what basically happened, this is a structure on daily, so right now it's bullish but it's confusing. So going one, so I think it's not no need to explain this order block here, this imbalance, because are very obvious, so I'm gonna go straight lower on 4 hour to look, to take a closer look to this imbalance. In case you didn't see, this imbalance is not recent, it's basically, well, was recent also here, but basically it came straight from here. And taking a look on 4 hour, the price is reacting very well to it, so it may react in the future, so I'm gonna just let it here. But then I got this order block, this daily order block, and what do I see right now is that this daily order block, this very short order block, inside this very short order block basically developed a change of structure on 4 hour. So then I'm going to put here because it's matching very well with the order block. This the liquidity from this 4 hour candle. So going even lower on 1 hour, you know, I see that the swing structure on 1 hour it's bullish, or at least went bullish until this break of structure. So I would really much like to see something like, a continuation and the invalidation of um, this imbalance, because it's gonna bring a little bit more clarity. But then I would also like to see on Monday something like a retracement back in the imbalance, back in the daily candle, perhaps with some um, at some key point on, considering the Fibonacci. In my point of view, this is a good level to look at this liquidity. So I'm gonna look basically to this order block to short, but I gonna use no lower time frame than 1 hour for the entry. Again, also this 1 hour order block may be also a good call, a very good call, if the price come so far. I'm gonna let it be visible on daily time frame because I may just no go so deep in time frames. So, well, it's making sense from a 4 hour perspective also. mm, well, not really, not really, but from a Fibonacci perspective is making a little bit of sense. And then from a daily perspective is basically a perfect match with the 50% of the daily week. So it's a good level. I'm lying generally bearish on this specific asset, especially on Monday. But I may change my mind around those levels, around this level, and then ultimately around this level. If I would not, I will not change my mind around those levels. I would target this imbalance down here, all the way down here. So um, it's not very clear, the analysis, because the market is not very clear. It's consolidating right now. That's why lower time frames are better suit to place trades, to look for trades. But at the same time, even if the market it's not very clear and doesn't have a general direction yet, because it's consolidating, I do expect some strong moves. So how strong? I don't know. Maybe to target those lows. I have no idea. But because the market is consolidating, I do expect some strong moves. So this was my analysis. This is my view on the market. Not very clear, at least not right now. But if the market is continue to make lower lows, I'm basically gonna stay with the market with the trend all the way down here and even longer. Why not? Because if we're gonna break this consolidation and hit this imbalance, if inside this imbalance we're gonna not see a change of structure, maybe, and a close back in the range, it's no way to be long. So but yeah, before this imbalance we have to see what the price is going to do right here, because the market is getting very tight, I said, and I do expect some momentum, some momentum next week or in the next few weeks. Yeah, this was my analysis. This is the way I look at the market again. I hope it's clear enough. I hope you understand something. If not, feel free to ask. And this was IST, and see you to the next analysis.